Yeah, 56.
1, 2, 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. It's that time. Happy hour is here. Brought to you by King's Pizza, where we remind you that the jokes are free, but the pizza costs money. We ask you to please support this small business by buying a pizza. Purchase is necessary to participate in this. So if you'd like to have some time, you gotta buy some pizza or a sandwich. And if you're not hungry, please participate in our Feed the Homeless program, where you can actually buy pizza for a homeless person right there. And maybe Rohan too, because Rohan, you never know what his living situation is. He'll be here later on. He'll be hosting tomorrow. We got a whole lineup of comedian building as we speak. And as I do every week, we have a special guest host, ladies and gentlemen, from Gayland. Oh, here we make some noise for Blake Alexander.
Hell yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's a pleasure. Thank you, Paco. How's it going? I hope you guys are feeling all right. Hell yeah. Cracking open a bottle there. I like to see it. Got one open. Hell yeah. Good shit. Got some booze over here. I'll be throwing some out over here. I got some. But first impressions, I've been told recently that I look like an Italian smuggler that only smuggles sex toys. I guess I see that. That would be my chosen occupation if I had to go illicit. I've also been told I look like the lost fourth member of the Bee Gees. You can kind of see that as well. That's aspirational though. I'm a veteran of the United States military. Yeah, appreciate it. I've done 4 tours in Call of Duty. I'm super proud of that service record. Super proud of it. I've had a lot of that joke is stolen valor. I was not actually there. Borrowed valor though. I admitted it, so I gave it back. So don't hate me. I love the vets. I've had a lot of nicknames growing up. Like the last couple of years, I would say a lot of Balake, from the Key and Peele. But since I moved to Hawaii 6 months ago, I got a new nickname. Yeah, my new nickname is fucking Howley. Yeah, it's interesting because I walk around town and even people that I've never met before somehow already know my nickname. It's amazing. Nicknames spread fast around here. I was raised religious. I'm a religious guy. I'm saving myself for my 3rd marriage. Yep. I just want to, play it nice and slow there. Take it easy. Have you ever heard somebody argue that not all Catholic priests are pedophiles and it's just a couple bad apples? I think that's super offensive to apples. Because, sure, bad apples taste like shit, but I've never heard of one raping a kid before, Apples are way better than humans. Leave apples out of it. Have you ever heard someone say that, they don't want to have any regrets on their deathbed, and they just assume that they're going to have a deathbed? They just assume they're going to have this period of weeks and weeks where they can, reflect on their life, surrounded by friends and family. But that's a romantic idea, the idea of a deathbed. That's the best case scenario, because a lot of people don't get a deathbed. A lot of people's deathbed is just the floor. Your deathbed is just wherever you land immediately after you die. You can have a death sidewalk, a death stage, a famous Elvis, death toilet. Anything's possible. People are dying everywhere, baby. Isn't it weird you're just gonna die on a day of the week? Isn't that kind of stupid? I could just die on a Tuesday afternoon. I hope if I die before dinner, I hope I at least had a good lunch that day. I hope I enjoy that lunch. Because I don't want to show up to the afterlife hungry, I don't want to show up hangry to the pearly gates. Look, I've been good, I've been decent, but I'm starving. Can you just let me in? I don't understand why there aren't refreshments in the line for heaven. I don't get that. Is anybody else hungry here? You'd think there might be a food court before we get through security, I made it to heaven, there should be snack options. You see that the California Governor Newsom, he said that his citizens should put on a mask in between bites when they're eating at a restaurant. That is so stupid and useless. That's like putting a condom on in between strokes. What are you talking about? You're not doing anything, all right? I would have spit in his face if I was there when he said that. You see the Boy Scouts have 90,000 complaints of sexual misconduct? 90,000 complaints of sexual misconduct. That's staggering. Now, who's investigating the Girl Scouts? Because they seem pretty suspicious. It seems like the Girl Scouts were created by a sex trafficker with a sweet tooth. Somebody should probably check that out. Grab me a box of Samoas while you're at it. I think the cats have the sexiest walk in the animal kingdom, if I had to rank them. Like dogs are cool, but dogs just like trot around and hang out. Like, dogs are kind of like dudes, but it feels like my cat is constantly trying to seduce me with like extended eye contact, like throaty purrs every time I touch it, and the way that it just like struts around my apartment with its asshole on full display. And I'm like, yo, we have visitors over. Can you put that thing away for a minute? And I just imagine every cat with a French accent, so it's like, I don't care. Look at my asshole. I don't care. I don't care. And my cat is a dude, you know? My cat is a dude, and I don't understand why an average male house cat is like naturally sexier than 99% of humans, you know? It's weird. It's like, cats are unnecessarily blessed with sex appeal. And I don't know, God gave him a lot of it. And I know this sounds like weird stuff to say about my cat, but I'm not a freak, I'm not a perv, I'm not a weirdo. All I'm trying to say is I fucked my cat. And we're in love, we're getting married, it's such a beautiful thing. This guy, well, I've been seeing this girl for about a month, and she recently surprised me. She dropped the L word on me. Yeah, she said she was waiting to say it till she's sure, but now she's certain that she's a lesbian. Yeah. Apparently I was the straw that broke the camel's snatch. Yeah, I can't say I was that surprised. Oh, I mean, she was openly bi, she had a buzz cut, and she drove a Subaru, so, you know, some warning signs were there. I should have known, but whatever. I wish her peace and love, you know, on her penisless journey. Go get him, girl. Go get him. I appreciate it. It's a shared love we now have. You guys see that Biden, this is like, okay, first of all, the press will cover anything these days. I feel like they're desperate. And you see like the Biden started bombing the Middle East again, you know? Give me a break. It's like, oh, wham, my family died in a drone strike in Syria, wham. There are real problems in this world, okay? Women in America are occasionally called sweetheart at the office. That's a real problem, okay? You can make a new family. You can't just bounce back from a sweetie. It's not possible. I had a conversation with God recently, and I just had some questions, you know, about my sexuality. And I was like, I'm straight, right? Or mostly straight. And God was like, well, Blake, you've given about 100 blowjobs in your life. That's a pretty gay personal statistic. And I was like, all right, fair. But counterpoint, all 100 of those blowjobs were on one dick. This dick, baby. And it's just true. I could suck my own dick when I was 13, you know. I don't really care if you believe it. It's just true. And, I don't think it's that weird that I tried to suck my own dick when I was 13 years old. I don't think it's really that weird. Because I think that probably 70% of teen guys at some point were jerking off and then leaned forward and thought about it. You know? I think probably. And then maybe 30% of teen guys at some point were jerking off and then leaned forward and threw out a test lick, it's just a range-finding lick to know how far away you are. Because it's important. Are you 6 inches away or 1 inch away? Because if you're 1 inch away, start stretching, all right? You can close that gap in a month. Get to work. And then maybe 5% of teen guys at some point were jerking off and leaned forward, threw out a test lick, landed the lick, and we're like, oh God, that's disgusting, man. I just licked my own dick. And that's what we call a straight guy's response to that experience. But then some lost souls keep going far beyond that point. And anyways. No, but God was like, Blake, you know, when you discovered you had the ability to suck your own dick, you know that you could have just done it once, right? And if you did it once, you definitely didn't need to finish it in your own mouth, Blake. And I was like, all right, settle down, God. It sounds super gay when you bring up the details. Because, listen, God, all right? You're guilty in this too, motherfucker. Because not only did God give me the physical ability to suck my own dick, but he also gave me the personality of someone who would. So, you know, this guy's out here. He's screaming. But I don't know, I just feel like, you know, yeah, I can admit I'm a little gay for doing it, but I would argue that God's a little bit gay too, you know? God gave me the power to do it, you know? And in my opinion, it's very weird and like I would just consider it a bit of gay of God that he created the ability to do it and then just kept watching me do it. You know, like you gave me the power, you could have ungiven me the power. You know, but what experiment? You know, are you running? It's weird. You know, I just think if I'm a little gay, God's a little gay too, and I like the idea of a gay God. I like the idea of a gay God because how much more fun would the Bible have been with a gay God? You know, I think it would have been very fun. Like the, you know, the Christian God, he saw Sodom and Gomorrah. He was appalled by the sins. He burned it to the ground. But I think gay God would have seen Sodom and Gomorrah and been like drugs, orgies, anal. Hell yeah, that's party. Gay God wouldn't have destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. He would have relocated it to heaven where it belongs. All right, I'll give you one more quick one here. Enough self-suck out front. But yeah, you know they say if you hold like a conch shell up to your ear, you can hear the ocean faintly talking to you. Yeah, and if you hold a pussy up to your ear, you can hear a woman faintly telling you to stop. Thought that was interesting. All right, hell yeah, let's see what this list has got going on. Poor fucking introduction for Paco Loco, but I love him, and that's my first time doing 10 here, and I appreciate you fucks for hanging out with me. Here's Paco Loco, fantastic comedian, the producer, thank you.
Yeah, that's Blake. Funny story, right? I try to give advice to all the comedians. I told Blake to write some family-friendly content and write about pets and cats and stuff, and he gonna talk about fucking his cat. You nasty dude. My name Paco Loco. I'm back in radio. I got a radio show coming out, so if y'all get a chance, it's on some channel on the AM station, the AM 760, in the Shark. So if y'all get a chance, we're gonna put more promotion out there. It's crazy because I used to work in radio for a long time. It was my dream job to work in radio, right? Ain't it fucked up when you like achieve all your dreams and it turns out to be the worst financial decision you ever made? Yo, and I mean, there's a lot of musicians out there that's like really good guitarists, really good singers, they ain't making shit just out there like. So I work in radio and I worked there for 12 years. I worked there hard every day, thinking like any moment it's gonna be my chance. They gonna, boom, we gonna put you on. 1 year passed, 5 years passed, 10 years, nothing. So I took a side job, Uber. Oh, Uber pays way more than radio, y'all. I don't know if y'all drove over here, how much they cost to come over here, but it is awesome to get paid that much for doing stupid shit. Like, oh, it's crazy. So I took this Uber job while I was doing radio. I made in one day what I can make in a whole week in radio. So the next day I walk into the radio station with a fucking attitude, like, fuck this, I ain't doing none of this shit no more. They like, you make some coffee, you make your coffee, I ain't making shit. I'm drinking Starbucks, bitch. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm balling it like I never had so much money. So,
Yes, Starbucks?
yeah, I mean, so I'm like, I just had an attitude, like, oh, you gonna take out the trash? I ain't taking out shit, I ain't doing, in fact, I quit. I quit right there, came out, and now I've been doing comedy since then for 3 years, and now, since the COVID hit, now, I don't got no more DJing jobs, I don't got none, this is the only DJing gig I have, so now I'm back in radio. Oh, I call it the chocolate cake syndrome. Chocolate cake syndrome, I love chocolate cake, I can eat chocolate cake all day. You know what I mean? Until that's all you have to eat is chocolate cake, and all you eat is chocolate cake, and all you eat, you get sick of chocolate cake, and you're like, oh, that's how I am already with the radio station. It's crazy because now I got a new sports show, like I said, and we bringing up topics, and most of the time I don't know what the fuck they talking about. They be bringing up like these detailed subjects, and I'm gonna bring a couple up for y'all. Y'all know the story of Deshaun Watson? Oh, Deshaun Watson. He's his quarterback, right? He's a quarterback that played for the Texans. Big draft pick. He's supposed to be a superstar. He's a pretty good player. All of a sudden, he's getting hit with like 30 sexual harassment suits. But like nobody ever went to the police. They just go to one lawyer who specializes in sexual harassment suits. Like, oh, like this is his crime. He was texting girls like, hey, I know you're a masseuse, but if you come over here, give me a happy ending, I'm gonna pay you more, right? So he tells the girl straight up, they come over. Then they get mad that he gonna ask for a dick suck. Like, I thought that was part of the Messiah. He asked for that. Like, how? That's like I call Mushroom for pizza. She comes deliver pizza and I get mad she deliver pizza. Like, hold on. Hold on, that's what I asked for. You came here, like. But, you know what I mean? So it is no ever run. I listen to the women. They should have a court trial. I hope this happened. Because I had a massage gone wrong, too. I'll tell y'all about this massage gone wrong. Like, I thought that you could go to, like, the massage parlors and you get a massage and that's the happy ending. It's part of the massage. I know I'm ignorant. I'm sorry. But, I mean, but that's what I thought. So I go with my brother on my birthday, like, and it wasn't here. It was in Philly. Not even Philly, Jersey. It was Jersey, Wildwood Beach on the boardwalk. So we on the boardwalk and we see a massage parlor right there. So we like, yo, I'm gonna go get me my dick sucked. So I go into the massage parlor and I'm expecting Clarisse to come out to give me a massage. Nope. It was a big ass dude. Oh, big ass dude just like, come on, it's your turn. I'm like, oh, I don't wanna go. So I go, he give me a massage, he fucked me up, he gave me elbows and shit. All my back all hurt more than when I went in. And then I come up, all my friends are laughing like, ah, he got his dick sucked. Like, oh, shut the fuck up, I'm mad. The massage gone wrong. What else in the news? He was talking about, let's change the news, I'm talking about some personal experiences. Like, you know what I noticed in Hawaii? There's no stray dogs. Have y'all noticed that? Like, I've never seen a dog by himself. Like, I always see him with an owner and a loving family. And why not they got loose dogs? Why not they got loose dogs? For real? I'm sure they belong to like a homeless dude or something. You know what I mean? But you know what I have seen? And there's a lot of homeless people. Yeah, I know homeless dogs, a lot of homeless people. I seen a couple weeks ago, there was like a homeless guy with like 10 dogs right here on the corner. Y'all seen him on the overpass? It's crazy. He was on the news. Yeah, they came, took all the dogs, gave the dogs a home. The dude's still out there. It's hard being a man, like, he's still out. They all got a house. Took his dogs, he crying up. Fucked up, like, oh. Shit. You know what I see a lot of, though? Homeless cats. Oh, that's a problem with the homeless cats. Like, it's too much, it's scary. It's cool, you know what I mean, when it's one or two cats. But when you walk in the dark by yourself and you clearly see this like 50 eyes looking at you like, yo, and they glow in the dark. So you think like that's judgment day and God's coming for you and shit. Like, oh, they gonna grab me and drag me to hell. Like, oh, shit. And then you see them and then they start following you. Like, oh, there's so much. Like, why there's so many homeless cats? Then I thought about it like, oh, I know why. These cats are assholes. Yeah, they assholes. You ever live with a cat? I live with a cat. And the cat just, when you live with a cat, it's like living with a hot girlfriend. You know what I mean? They just gonna do what the fuck they wanna do, when they wanna do it. They only gonna come to you when they need some. You know what I mean? They want a hug, they'll come up to you. Don't go to a cat like, can I touch you? Cat not gonna let you touch him. Like, you could be feeding. My cat used to look at me with the most disappointing look every time I walk in the house. Like, I come in like, hey, looking at me like, shh. He just walk away like, damn. He's not like a dog. Dog just gonna run up on you. He's so happy. The cat like, shh. Put something in my boat, bitch. Like, oh, I got you. Like, I had a cat. Like, I love cats because they most with my personality. Because I don't need a lot of love, just a little bit every once in a while. But I had a cat one time that talked. No joke, a cat that can talk. And it was, I'll tell you when I talk. I was getting dressed for work. This cat looks me dead in my face and was like, where you going? I'm like, oh shit, somebody done slipped something in my weed. I got PCP or something, and it's like I'm seeing things, hallucinating. Something like, so I'm hallucinating. I see this cat come up to me like, where you going? I'm like, yo, I'm going to work. Cat goes, oh, and walks away. I'm like, oh shit, like, oh, this is gonna be bad. Like, so later on, I moved to Hawaii, and I can't bring a cat to Hawaii. If you ever bring a cat to Hawaii, you might as well bring another person, because that shit's expensive. Like, that's a whole seat for that cat. Like, so I left the cat with my mom. Maybe like a couple days later when I'm living at home, my mom calls me. It's like, you know your cat talk, right? Like, oh shit, they talk to you too? Like, I thought it was just my drug problem. No, my cat really, really talked. The cat was like, he used to say my real name. He's like, Ralph, Ralph, Ralph. And he's like, he's not coming back. And, oh, like, oh. A lot of cats. Let's see. A lot of cats, smoke a lot of weed. We established that. You know, weed got like different. It's like the red pill and the blue pill, and weed. There's a red pill and a blue pill. You know about the red light. There's some kind of weed. There's the blue pill. And the blue pills, you just gonna stay where you at. You just gonna. There's the blue pills, the indica. It puts you in the couch. Like you see shit, you just don't give a fuck. Like I mean, you got shit to do. You, man, I'll do that shit later. Man. You mean? I'm good. You good. Fuck me Morpheus. I ain't doing none of that shit. I ain't doing none of that shit. But then is the sativa, red pill. Oh, the sativa starts making you connect dots and start noticing patterns, and you start noticing shit like, oh shit, the sativa look. And then I got a problem called YouTube. You know what I mean? I go watching YouTube and I'm trying to learn about the International Bank Associations and then in the Council of Foreign Relations. Next thing you know, I'm looking at lizard people. You know what I mean? And now I believe in flat earth now. Like, yeah, like, it's the weed. Like, it started making sense. Like, hold on, why is the moon out in the daytime and nighttime? Huh? You can't see through the planet, see nighttime and daytime and say, like, oh, it's the weed. This shit make it too strong. I can't even watch cartoons no more. Because you start seeing the truth behind cartoons. You know what I mean? I was watching Charlie Brown the other day. You know what I found about Charlie Brown? You know why? You know Charlie Brown, everybody all nice. Hey, Charlie, come on out. Everybody nice to Charlie Brown, except that bitch Lucy. That little bitch Lucy, he pulling his football. He, what? Like, you know what I mean? But no, Charlie Brown got cancer, y'all. Cancer. He bald. He died, depressed. All his friends is coming to visit him. Think about it, yo. Yo, I see it. Like, oh. I was watching SpongeBob the other day. Can't watch SpongeBob. You know what SpongeBob about? SpongeBob is the nuclear fallout from the testing on Bikini Island. That's why all the animals are talking. How the fuck are animals talking and shit? Like, you know what I mean? That's radiation. They got gamma rays and shit. Like, they all fucked up like the small Ninja Turtles and shit out in the water. But that's the whole world nuclear fallout. Here's a banger. We live in Hawaii. Everybody see that movie Moana? Yeah. Moana. I think every girl has seen Moana. Like, every guy, if you like a girl, go see Moana. Like, I like Moana because girls like Moana, like, for real. But you ever watch Moana on weed? Oh, yo, Disney's sick, y'all. Disney's sick. Let me give y'all the truth about Moana. Moana died on the opening scene in that boat crash. And the whole movie is her descent into the afterlife. Yup, I see it. Oh, them fucked up cartoons, y'all. Everything. I used to really believe in a lot of stuff like our freedoms and our freedom of speech and our unalienable rights to assembly until the fucking COVID took all that away. Now all our civil rights are gone. Now I don't believe in that shit. I don't believe in civil rights. My name is Paco Loco. Thanks for listening to me. It's better than paying for therapy. Woo.
Give it up for Paco Loco. Hell yeah. Great stuff. Love him. Next up is a great new guy, new face, love to see it. New comic, very funny, hopefully go be Jessup. Yes! Yay, fun guy. Knock knock?
Who's there?
I'm kidding. There's nothing worse than a guy opening a set with a knock knock joke, right? Except loudly opening a set with a knock knock joke. You know, I'm not from here. I'm Kobe Jessup. It's great to be here, though. I'm on vacation. Let's see.
Where are you from?
I'm on vacation in Hawaii, which is probably one of the most said sentences on the islands, right? You know, coming in only behind like the cultural like aloha and mahalo and the tourist slogan, why is it so fucking humid here? No, seriously, I've been sleeping so wet. Yeah, gross, I know. But I've been sleeping so wet that I've been able to get some surfing practice in. I'll wake up in a full sweat, start breaststroking for my life. It's a whole issue. But I haven't been able to get to the actual ocean yet. I've been wanting to. I live in a landlocked state, so it's kind of like a cool thing to do. I've seen the ocean 3 times in my life. Yeah, I still count. That's how weird it is to see the ocean. But it's good. It's you know, it's been nice to be here. But yeah, so I want to do it all. You know, scubaing, snorkeling, followed immediately by shark attack. I heard the water's warm enough that you don't have to wear a wetsuit. You know, I'm not complaining. I don't want to wear a wetsuit. But have you ever seen a man in a wetsuit? It's so humbling for him. So vulgar for you. It's just, it's a whole thing. There's a version of that joke that had me using the mic instead of my finger. I just feel like it would have made the joke only slightly better, and to be fair,
I agree.
no. I've been doing comedy for that long. It's been maybe 2 or 3 minutes. So I've never experienced heckling, and this is not an invitation or challenge to the crowd in any way, shape, or form. But for some reason, the detail that I thought was going to be like the most heckleable was the 2 to 3 minutes of comedy. Like someone from the crowd would be holding a stopwatch ready to blast me on it. It's actually been 1:50. I'd be in the shower later crying to myself, "You're 1:50. It's a whole thing. Let's see. I think it's because of anxiety, right? That I worry about that stuff. I think most people have anxiety, but it's not a great, like I don't recommend self-diagnosis in any way, shape, or form, but it's not a great indication that you don't have it, is if you feel the need to go search about it in incognito mode. It's not great. It's, you know, you're finished at that point. There's a lot of different kinds of anxiety, right? I think most people suffer from like social anxiety. Like I know I do. That's, you know, obvious. But I think I suffer more from like health anxiety. You know, I'm super worried about my health all the time. And I think it's because both sides of my family have a history of schizophrenia, dementia, cancer, and baldness. Yeah, in that order. It's weird. But sorry about that. Yeah, I get nervous saying my name. You know, it's K-O-B-E. Yeah, spelled just like the late great. I get nervous saying my name because it's always followed by someone, you know, throwing up the J and Kobe. You know, it was funny the first time, never again after that. But I grew up playing basketball, so everyone was already, you know, saying Kobe, whether I was there or not. But I thought it was going to be a great idea that when they shot it, said Kobe, and then missed, I would say Jessup after it. You've never seen someone's stock in their name go down so fast. It was completely my bad. Clutched it. It was not the move to do. But if I was smart, I would have gone out for like chest plug, right? Avoided all the Kobe memes, all the Kobe jokes, all that kind of stuff. It doesn't sound very cool, but picture this: I'm in the state championship for chest plug, you know, champion. I'm deep in the game. You know, I go to castle my pieces. Someone from the back of the club, yeah, it sounds cool now, doesn't it? Someone from the back of the club shouts, "Kobe!" They're right? I clutched it. Everyone understands. My opponent makes a move, puts me in check. You know, everyone's obviously worried. Someone from the club, again, yells, "Jessup!" Nobody laughs. It doesn't make any sense. And it's not because they don't get it. It's because they're quiet and they're respectful. And more importantly, you can't miss a chance. Thank you so much. That's all I got.
Kobe, Jessup, great job. Love to see it. Next up is very fun. You can see her all around town. You see her booked at Hawaiian Brian's all the time. Shows around town. The very funny Clarisse Lee. Give it up. Woo!
Give it up for Blake, everybody. I was like, it's not Jesse. That was the one just earlier. I'm very excited to be here. Give it up for King's Pizza, everybody. They do a lot for the community. They're amazing. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Clarisse. I am half Ivy League material. And if you're Paco, half fetish. And there's none in here, but if you're an Asian mom, just 100% disappointment. My are any of you guys locals? Are any locals in here? Cool, awesome. Do you guys see those straight out of blank t-shirts? I see a lot of straight out of Kalihi t-shirts, and I'm like, why would you brag about that? It's crazy.
Watch it now. Watch it.
No. The thing is, I know I look like I'm from Hawaii Kai, but I am actually from Kalihi. Yeah, born and raised. It's crazy, you know, it's actually the same amount of Asians as Hawaii Kai. It's just less doctors and more syringes. That's just Born and raised, guys. It's crazy. Whenever I see Asian people in the crowd, it always makes me nervous because I feel like it's just gonna be my kindergarten teacher, right? Like, hi, Miss Tutsuki. I'm really happy to represent Hawaii Public School, and please enjoy my dick jokes. It's kind of an embarrassment, actually. Do any of you guys like sports? Yeah, I just assume just because there's a lot of white people in the room. Right? No, it's great. I love atheism too. And Lululemon. I really do. No, but I don't know anything about sports, and I try to relate. When, you know, like for example, my ex-boyfriend was a huge fan of the Broncos. Huge Broncos fan, you know, and when I met him, I was just like, oh my god, I love horses too. I love horses. Okay, so apparently you guys all like sports in here. That's cool. I grew up, if you can't tell, with very traditional Asian immigrant parents. Something some people will never relate to. In here, it's okay. I don't recommend it. It's pretty crazy. But that means growing up in Kalihi, street smarts didn't look like what it did for other kids for me. Like, other kids were learning how to fight or do drugs, and I was learning that you should never buy something if you can get it for free. Yeah. Right? Like, I can never be a drug dealer, but I know a lot about never having to buy napkins. Like, if you have to blow your nose, I have McDonald's, Burger King, Starbucks. You have to wipe your ass, I have Outback Steakhouse. Like, remember that whole toilet paper fiasco? Everyone couldn't get access to paper. I was like, no problem. My family's been using hotel toilet paper since 2007. It's like really no big deal. Some of you guys have dad bods in here. It's a good thing. It's a good thing because it means you're really good at pulling out. No, for real. Like, you know what they say? If you don't have fitness, you have to have technique. That's just how it goes. This woman's looking at me like, I guess so. I've only ever been with younger guys. I don't know. I'm just assuming from her face. She's changing her face, so I can't give an accurate expression. No. My boyfriend has a dad bod too. I love it because it just means that he'll never leave me. It's great, you know, and I mean, to be fair, I don't think he's ever gonna cheat on me because he's too busy eating snacks at night, right? Like, cheating is a lot of work and you don't have to talk to carbs. So it's just great, in my opinion. I've been working on trusting myself a lot. I don't know about you guys. Anyone working on themselves? Kinda, yeah. I've been working on trusting myself, and thank you so much. I've been trusting myself so well that the other day, I almost shit my pants. So apparently there's a limit to that. There's a time limit. I'm also an actor. It's really exciting. Oh, thank you so much. I actually got personally asked to audition for the lead in a Netflix film. Yeah, it's crazy. Thank you so much. They're looking for someone. Thank you guys. They're looking for someone to play an Asian hobbit. You prepare your whole life for one moment. I'm just saying. It's hard though because, you know, being a millennial, I don't know anything about film, right? That's all it means. Like, everyone older than us, you guys have amazing movies, right? Citizen Kane, Sylvester Stallone, Rocky. And it's hard for me to feel included because the film of our generation was Princess Diaries. I mean, to be fair, it is a really good film about a woman realizing she never has to work part-time ever again. That's like the best. I do know a little bit about film. Have you guys watched Game of Thrones? Okay, so some of you guys are rich in here. I love it. I do know that Game of Thrones is basically just Lord of the Rings if there were more parts for women and colored people. I feel like that's I know the same about sports as I do film, apparently. Thank you so much. Yeah, you guys are a cool crowd, so I'm gonna go in with it. I think we all come from heaven. I think we all come from the source, guys, right? Like, really, where do souls come from, right? And I think we're all come from that one divine place, and that's why I'm a big fan of abortions. He was just like, I was supporting you, and then you killed it. No, but hear me out. I think abortions are a great option for babies that are here for vacation. Right? Like if I had an abortion, it would just mean that the baby gets to be here for 2 weeks without paying rent. Like Hawaii's amazing. It really is. It's crazy. I'm a huge fan of abortions because I'm an even bigger fan of my career. Yeah, she's just like, I'm a hard worker, I understand. Yeah, I'm honestly, and I'm also a big fan of my relationship. That's another reason why. I'm honestly terrified of getting pregnant. I'm terrified of getting pregnant, like, right? No? Okay, we have a lot of hard-working women in this room. Give it up for you guys. I love it. I feel like I belong. This is great.
I think you look cute.
Oh, thank you. I mean, you can be independent and cute at the same time. Like, well, who am I to choose? But I am so afraid of getting pregnant, guys. Like, I would gladly choose student loan debt over being pregnant, because at least with one of them, it'll disappear if you just work hard enough. It's just, I mean, it's good for pregnancy too, but like, student loans, less bloody. Less bloody. Oh, you guys are great. I love this. This is good. So I want to end on thank you so much. Oh my God, Khalidi. Yeah, public school. Yeah. I'm gonna end this on one last note to commemorate my boyfriend for being so good at pulling out. I want to do a spoken word poem for you guys. It's called Pussy Lips. Please enjoy. Pussy Lips. Super duper yummy. Pussy lips. From Mauka to Mokai. Pussy lips. As wet as the vai. That means water. Pussy lips. Please be Akamai. Your shaft is so big, I only need the tip. In between these lush pussy lips. It's my time, guys. Give it up for Blake, everyone.
Wow, I don't know about you, but I am 40% erect. Hell yeah. God bless all the pussy lips. Hell yeah, fantastic job, Clarisse. Hell yeah. Let's give it up for the next comic. Good energy, fun guy, Fransisco. Give it up, Fransisco.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is my first actual stand-up. So I'm really committed to tanking. If it gets awkward, well, let's get weird, you know? So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm from Southern California. My name is Fransisco. Can you guys guess what my ethnicity is at all? Just shoot something out.
White.
White? That'd be a good one. That'd be a good one.
South California.
There you go. South California, Iranian, Islam, Jewish. Nobody ever says Mexican, right? Because I'm probably the only person that you ever meet that can blend in with any brown ethnicity is possible. And the thing is though, like, as time progressed and like, you know, 2016 was a little rough. You know, I had like, you know, our old president talking a bunch of shit about, you know, my ethnicity in general, and like, I didn't agree with him at all. But some of the things that he was saying was funny as fuck. He was, you know, you guys are a bunch of terrible people, you guys are a bunch of rapists, and you're gonna come over here and destroy the country, blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, well, fuck yeah, we can. But who the fuck would make all your food and bring you all the goddamn tacos? You know, like, who the fuck will come over here and bring you all this? Like, dude, have you guys ever eaten salsa? Like, homemade, authentic salsa. It's fucking delicious. We brought that shit. We brought that. That shit's amazing. Anyway, please digress. So let me tell you a good little story about why it kind of hurt me that he said he could call us criminals. So there's one time when I was in Mexican jail. I was doing a bad coke deal. I was this kid. I was like 21 years old. I was going to Job Corps, and I was over there picking up on some cocaine for the kids over there at Job Corps. And no, that's serious. And I was picking up this cocaine, this 8-ball, because my friend told me, hey, bring this 8-ball. I was just hustling weed. See, my deal was I'd buy a pack of Marlboro cigarettes for $17. It came with 10-pack. So I'd sell each pack of cigarettes for $5, netting a $32 profit. And I was like 21 years old. I was making money. I was like, shit, I have a net profit of $120. Fuck yeah. You know, and then all of a sudden, and what you would do in Mexico, in Tijuana in particular, you get a crackhead. You get a crackhead and you say, hey, Mr. Crackhead, do you mind holding my drugs, please? because I'm gonna pay you money so you can buy more crack, but if the cops roll on us, you go to jail and I don't, right? And turns out this crackhead was Puerto Rican in Tijuana, Mexico. It's kind of really funny. Anyways, so we're doing the deal, and all of a sudden I'm talking to the drug dealer. I'm like, hey, Mr. Drug Dealer, did you pay out the block? Because this is Mexico. You just buy the block. You know, he's like, yeah, I got it. And then these cops rolled up, and it was called the PEP, right? And it's the federal cops. It's not like the state cops, right? They pull up on me, and it's this dude in a mask, and he pulls out a gun, and he puts it right in my head, and he says, don't you fucking move. But he says it in Spanish, he doesn't need the huevos, cabrón, right? And trust me, if you ever think you're like, you know, I'm like 6 foot, 200 pounds, you know, I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I think I can handle myself. I've never pissed my pants so fast than when I saw the barrel of that gun. Well, first you see the barrel and it's like this, right? And then you see the dude's eyes. And then the dude's eyes are just like serious as fuck. And I'm just like, damn, bro, why so serious? It's just a drug deal. And anyways, so the guys pull me out of there. They pull me out of the car. I throw the drugs to the side. We end up doing the whole song and dance. I go to jail. I'm in the car. I go up to the 2 guys that are transporting me to the federal prison. It's called PEP. By the way, my dad was in the same prison 40 years before. That's a whole other story. He's illegal as fuck though, so you guys will never find out who he is. But the thing about him is though, I tell him, I'm like, hey guys, you know, because I'm a pretty big Mexican, you know, they don't come my size. And I go over there and I say, hey guys, hey, dude, tell me the truth. Are they gonna do anything to me? And then they turn around and they're like, what do you mean by do anything to me? It's like, come on man, you know exactly what it matters. They're gonna do anything. Like, what do you mean? Like, man, dude, they're gonna bang me in the ass and fucking make me into a sex thing. That's exactly what I said, right? But in Spanish. And they're like, boy, you better get ready because they love fishing there, right? And I started to cry. And I'm like, holy shit, well, they're gonna fuck a dead body because I'll be damned if they do that to me alive, right? And then they instantly turned around and they were like, oh, that's exactly the attitude you gotta take in there. Don't you ever take any shit from anybody. Don't you ever be scared if anybody's gonna take anything from you because they can't take one thing away from you, which is your dignity, right? By the way, I'm also a recovering alcoholic and an addict. I'm in AA. And one of the biggest things that really, really makes you humble is a relapse. So anytime you have a relapse and you really care about your sobriety, the worst thing to do is when you just drink, do drugs, and then the next fucking day you go up to a bunch of alcoholics and you say, hey, I just fucked up. The most important thing in my world, I just fucked that all up. And I fucked it up and now I gotta tell the truth. So, anyways, back to why I bring this shit up, is basically using drugs and alcohol is a direct line to, anybody here believe in God, higher power, Jesus, Muhammad, whoever, you know, anybody, right?
Hallelujah.
Right? All right, cool. So I only believe in God sometimes. So here's when I believe in God. So when the handcuffs are being put on me, right? or when, you know, like the eviction notice is on the door, or when I got no money in the bank and I'm starving, right? And I'm like, that's when I feel I got a direct line to God. I'm just like, yo, man, look, let me talk to you real quick. Let me connive my way. Let me make a deal. I'm not even gonna be, you know, what do you call that thing? What's that thing called? It's not humble. It's what's it called, guys? I'm not gonna be sorry for what I did. I'm just gonna try to convince you to give me what I want, right? And it's not until like I start getting my ego back, I start building myself up, I start working at who I am as a person, then I stop forgetting about God. Now, why do I bring this up? Is because for the last 4 to 5 days I've been in bed, right? Just lying. Now I'm being raw as fuck. In bed, lying down, watching Games of Thrones, Netflix, just watching Netflix like crazy. And why? Because I wanted to come over here and I wanted to tank because I wanted you guys to shit on me. And I didn't even want to have a good performance. What I really wanted to do was just have a bunch of people be like, man, what the fuck was that guy even doing up there? Like, I just wasted my goddamn time and just unload it. And then, well, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm wasting your time, not my time, because I'm getting rid of my fuels. Yeah, but the reality is, though, that this is my first time. I just came up here real raw. And that's all I got.
Hell yeah. Good job, Fransisco. Hell yeah. Very sexy. Love that appeal, that multi-ethnic appeal. Next up is very funny. You can catch her here almost every week. She hosted recently, did a fantastic job. Give it up for Jessica. Woo! Jessica.
Give it up for everyone that's here, bringing themselves out during COVID. Yes, we're braving it, taking a chance. Amazing host who also is doing it for the first time like I did the last time I was up here. Yeah, we made it through. Well, I made it through. He's going to make it through. Other things we have in common is we both have an inside bitch that likes to fuck with us all the time. Yeah. So guys, I'm Jessica, and you may have seen me on episodes of Naked and Afraid. Yeah, Prank, and even Final Destination. But slightly only in my house, maybe not on TV, probably not videoed, but I can tell you about it. You know, it actually happened. I lived through it, a little damaged, but I think the reason I lived through it is because that inner bitch. She's like, no, nobody's taking me out. My most recent episode of Naked and Afraid, I've had more than one of those, was a couple weeks ago. I wake up at like 12:30 at night to Master Splinter eating my fucking door. Do we know who Master Splinter is? He's a big rat with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yes. I was like, oh my God, he's gonna kill me. I'm never gonna sleep. I'm screaming at 12:30 at night, naked and afraid. Yeah. So I get this bright idea the next day. I was like, I'm gonna do what any other person would do to get rid of a rat in their place. I'm gonna put on a Ninja Turtle dress. I strutted right on out there, and I was ready to do like the Trojan horse series, like come out all like disguised, attack his ass. It worked. I got rid of him. You might ask, how awesome is it that you have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle dress? I really do. It's only because my first pool league the team was Kihei Mutant Ninja Turtles from Maui. Thank you, God. They armed me for what I needed to get rid of the Master Splinter in my house. Yeah, I thought he was going to eat my face off. He was huge. Like, I am not exaggerating. I think he was like 2 feet tall. He was huge. Like, I'm only 5 foot tall, man, so he looked like a monster up to me. Yeah. No, maybe not quite 2 feet, but pretty close, you know. Maybe. But, you know, I did say I was on Pranked. Has anybody else ever had a prank moment where you really feel like you could have been on Pranked? I have them a lot. It's never my fault except maybe this time. This time was probably my fault. I went to Kahali's, which is a dive bar on Maui, for Naughty Bingo. Who thinks that's ever a good night, you know, on a weeknight to go do this? Me. I go, and guys from Pool League, we're all there playing, and whoever doesn't get a bingo puts confetti on the other, you know, we put them on each other. It's Naughty Bingo. What is the confetti? It's penises. I swear it is. So I go home, smartly, take a shower, scrub everything, make sure all the confetti is off, get up early the next day, strut into work, and she's laughing, you know, this is really going to have a bad ending. It did. Go to work, no makeup because I'm sort of tired from staying out late. About an hour later, I walk to the bathroom and I'm coming by and say, pretend the mirror's right here. And I'm walking by and I'm like, oh my God! Penises right here. Bright pink penises on my cheeks at work. Now you have to understand, this is not just like any job. I work in healthcare. You cannot have penises on your face. I have no makeup to cover it. No makeup remover, nothing. So I'm in there taking alcohol pads and I am scrubbing it to try to get it off. I'm crying a little bit because I'm scrubbing so hard. And my medical assistant comes to the door, just, are you okay? You're making noises. I'm like, no, I got penises on my face. She's like, oh, can I come in? I'm like, no, not real ones. Not real ones. So the rest of the day, I had pink balls on my face because I got everything but the balls off. Yeah. I really did walk around that way. And you really would think that was an episode of Prank? No, that was real life. That's me all the time. That, remember I talked to the inner bitch? That was her fault. It was. I know she planned that shit. Just like, you know, the Final Destination moment. that happened the same week. I think I pissed her off that week. Same week, I am doing a tender mint. Does anybody know what a tender mint is? A tender experiment. You take off all age limits, all of your restrictions for everything, and it's only left or right. You're not allowed to click on the profile. Don't do this. You might die, don't do it. Yeah, I swear, like, don't do it. So I'm left, right, I'm having some fun here, and then I see a picture that I can't determine if I want to do left or right. Like, damn it, do I end the experiment? So I click in the profile. The next picture comes up, it's a little blurry. The third picture comes up, and I am so upset that I bite down on the mint in my mouth, and it lodges in the back of my throat. I'm about to choke to death. I'm dying in the back office, and all I can think is, please God, let me swipe left first, let me swipe left first. It was my patient. Not just any patient. It was the patient, like, you'd have to move off island if you swipe right on them. Because you'd be stuck with them, and, you know, you just don't want to do that. And the whole time, I'm, like, turning blue in the face. I'm about to say, I'm like, wait a minute, if I die while I look good back here, EMS guy might be hot. Come on, let's die looking good, please. Yeah. Same week, the bitch was pissed off. It had to be her PMS time and not mine. We didn't coincide there, but she nearly killed me. Yeah, I made it through it though. But what else has she done to me? I swear she's responsible for all of my autocorrect mistakes. Who in here has had some really bad autocorrect mistakes? Like it messed it up?
It's not really terrible. Like,
Yes!
what happened?
Like, no, it's your inner bitch. She's fucking with you. I'm telling you. Recently, I texted this dude that I had met, probably it was Tinder, I don't know, somewhere, and he asked things I like to do. I intended to put in there. Intended. Hiking. Yeah, that works. Camping. Dancing. What come out was hooking. Yeah, hooking, cooking, and dancing. I look at this and I'm like thinking to me, I'm like, oh fuck. That bitch just made me sound all domesticated and shit. I don't cook. Fuck that. Like, really? No, you're not going to get the cooking from me. And he replies back, cooking? Question mark. And like, no, I've never, see, all he thought about was the hooking. He didn't even think about that. And so men and women, we think differently. I think it's because they have been traumatized by us and we have been traumatized by them. Quite a lot. Oh, my thoughts on that is I think every man in this room already knows how bad it is to date, and they have it way worse. They have to deal with women who have padded bras, Spanx, whatever else they can to hide, extensions, makeup. And then I was like, you know, let's get creative with this. I'm gonna think of some new slogans for the makeup. Cover girl, cover your shit up girl, he'll never know. That's what they do. Maybelline, maybe she's cute, maybe not, and you won't know till it's too late. You know, who knows? Yeah, y'all got it pretty bad, I know. But so do we. We got periods. We got to deal with you guys and your penises. Yeah. But I'm sure our host likes penises and his own even more than I do. So let's bring him up to show that off.
Give it up for Jessica. That was great. That was great. In the plight of women, it really, again, you don't have to wear makeup, obviously, but women wear makeup, again, a decent amount. You know, it takes effort. It takes a good amount, and I respect that because I grew up with two older sisters, and when I was in middle school, I had bad acne, and I was embarrassed about it. And my sister was like, just put a little concealer on, and I put some concealer on, like my worst acne, my worst fucking zit, and a girl saw it at school. She's like, are you wearing concealer? And I went to the bathroom, I was horrified, I brushed it off. But I'm not gonna lie, I just got better at putting on concealer. I didn't stop putting it on. Like my sister was like, oh, you just like smudged it on. Just like, here, she taught me how to apply it, like mix it in. I was like, all right, hell yeah. Like, and I wore literally concealer for the next year or two. And because I had horrible acne, and I am cringeworthy. Hell yeah, but great job, great job. Next up is the very funny comic, I love her, Liz. Let's go, give it up.
Now you're just making shit up.
you though. Where'd Mushroom go? Mushroom. Mushroom. She's got like her Easter hat on today. I'm loving this. You look amazing. She doesn't even hear me.
Yeah, I get that. I'm down.
Thank you, my dear. You're beautiful.
You look amazing.
Amazing.
I love this. So she's like brought the Easter spirit. She's continuing it. This is good. Yeah, yeah. Paco and Blake were both making like all these kind of like Me Too jokes today, kind of subtly. And I had this thought. I asked Billy. I was like, wait, if you get like inappropriately touched in a threesome, is that like a Me 3? That's really only funny to me, and I recognize it. I'm sorry. I'm kind of weird. Yeah, so I'm a hiker, kind of. Does anyone like hiking here? Yeah? Where do you guys like to hike? Okay.
She doesn't. No, she doesn't. Yeah.
Tuppa. I didn't hear you.
Temple Valley.
Tuppa.
Temple Valley.
Temple Valley. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't really hike there, but yeah, that's nice. Good for you. Nobody else hikes? I like getting blank stares from everyone. Does anyone else hike here? Cocoa Head. Okay, so you hate yourself. Yeah. Do you see those people going up Cocoa Head and they're like, oh my god, they have like a million things on their back and they have a gas mask. They're like, I'm gonna try to kill myself today. Like freaking psychopaths. Yeah. So hiking is great. You don't need anything to go hiking, so that's perfect. You might die, but you can still go. When I first moved to Hawaii, I was the kind of hiker, I'd never really been hiking besides in the gym. So I was the kind of hiker that would like drive around for hours just trying to find the closest parking stall so I didn't have to walk to the trailhead to start walking. And then when I'd go out with my friends, I'd be the one who was like, how far is it? Are we there yet? And they'd always be like 15 minutes. I'm like, okay, are we there yet? Which is kind of missing the point because the journey is the destination, right? That's like if you were born and the baby came out and he was like, ah, am I dead yet? Like, you're missing the point, dude. But I love how we call it hiking, because hiking is kind of like the original mode of transportation. Like before we had pavement or cars or anything, like that's all we did, right? We just walked around places on the ground with our feet. But now it's this like unique, super cool activity, like, ooh, I'm gonna go hiking. I actually spent 6 months working on a project in Costa Rica, and I dated a local boy that I met there surfing. And it was then that I realized that hiking is the epitome of white privilege. I asked him on his weekend off, I was like, hey, do you want to go hiking? And he was like, girl, I spend 10 hours a day carrying heavy things up into the mountains for $2 an hour, and you want me to do that on my day off for free? Like, what else do you want me to do? Like, grab a sledgehammer and break up some rocks in the front yard? And I was like, no, baby, that's CrossFit. Like, seriously. But after a few years of hiking in Hawaii, I did get better. So I decided I was going to try to hike the entire Ko'olaus, which starts in the North Shore and you go all the way to Makapu. And at the time, like a couple guys had done it, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm feeling good. I think I can do this, right?